Welcome to this recording, which will demonstrate fare shopping using Travelport SmartPoint. You can search for low fare options for a booked or unbooked itinerary, simultaneously searching for availability and pricing options. The system uses public, private, and net fares from the Travelport 360 Fares database. Fare shopping can calculate the fare for itineraries with a maximum of 8 flight segments and up to 9 passengers. Both GDS and direct payment carriers are returned in the same response. Let's refer to the following reservation that has already been made with Scandinavian Airlines from London to Copenhagen return. The fare quoted is £501.98. You can compare this price with other classes on the same flight and with other airlines by typing FS for fares shopping. The shopping results are returned in the smart screen with the number of pricing and itinerary options shown at the top of the display. Pricing options are returned in a low to high order by default. The first pricing option corresponds to the best available fare for the flights booked, and you have the option to rebook this only if the price is lower than the original fare quoted. Additional itineraries are then shown in ascending order of price. You can see from the pricing option 2 onwards, you have the ability to book and rebook. If there are multiple itinerary options for the same price, a plus symbol with the number of itineraries available is displayed, and this can be clicked to view the alternate flight times. Click on the Back to Pricing options to return to the fare shopping display. Click on the Details icon to display the details of the fare, which will be shown below the pricing option. Click on the icon again to close the display. Click on the Rules icon to display the fare components. Then click on a green fare component to display the fare rules. Clicking on the rules of a traditional GDS carrier will display the full rules in the smart screen. This is scrollable, and the most frequently used paragraphs are highlighted in orange. The rules of a direct payment carrier will display in the smart screen, and most will refer to the airline website for full terms and conditions of carriage. Once again, click on Back to Pricing options to return to the fare shopping display. Click on the map icon to the right of the screen to display routing information for the selected fare. Drag the bars at the bottom of the map to resize the map window. Alternatively, click to hide the map completely. In this view, you can change your selection and use the filters to amend the display and sort by price, departure time, and journey time. You can select no stops or one stop. Use the slide rule to amend the time window for departure and return flights. You are also able to select a specific airline, departure, and arrival airports. When you select a different fare, the map changes accordingly, together with the flight details shown on the right. The buttons to display the fare details and fare rules are still available in this view for each selected fare. Click on the Book to make a booking. Click on the More button to view multiple itinerary options for the same price. To exit the map view, click the arrow at the top left of the screen. Click on the Filters icon to filter the shopping results. Similar to the map view, you are able to sort by price, departure, or journey time. Also select no stops or one stop. You are also able to select departure and arrival airports, specify airlines by checking or unchecking the boxes. Use the slide rule to amend the time window for departure and return flights. To apply the filter, click on the Apply button. The fare shopping display will alter according to your selection, and filters applied will be displayed at the top of the shopping response screen. The Fare Shop response screen also identifies branded fares. They are clickable and presented in green. Click on a fare to display the branding information. Let's choose this British Airways fare. The initial screen displays branding for the price selected from the fare's shopping response and, optionally, one upsell fare for the outward journey. Fare information shown in the middle of the screen display is half of the round trip fare excluding taxes. The total fare including taxes is shown at the bottom of the screen. Click the All Options button on the left of the screen to display other branded fares for this sector. It will also include any downsell fares if applicable. Prices are approximate. Some carriers include taxes in the fares shop response and some do not. There may also be additional fees that are not included in the shop response. When the brand is selected, the price is specified and the descriptive text changes, and the additional charge shows as an addition to the original fare. Ancillary information, displayed on the right of the screen, is associated with the selected brand. Priced options are available for purchase in association with each brand. Click on each ancillary to display a description of the product. Click on the matrix header to easily compare all the ancillaries offered or provided for each fare option. Hover over each header icon for an explanation. Let's select the Fare Quote button. The summary screen is displayed. This shows the detail of the fare at the top of the screen and the total of the fare and taxes at the bottom. For some routings, there are also details of the baggage allowance. Click the interactive links if you require more information. To make a new selection, click Modify. You can click Confirm to make the booking. The flights and class are booked and the fare filed in the booking file. Ensure you cancel any original reservations before you end the booking file. I'm going to ignore this example. Fares shopping can be used without a booked itinerary. Let's have a look at an example for travel from London to Barcelona. Once again, both GDS and direct payment carriers are returned in the same fares shopping response. Branded fares, shown in green, may be shown for both GDS and direct payment carriers. The pound or hash symbol shown before the carrier code identifies instant purchase for a direct payment carrier. Click on Book in the fares shopping display to book the flight segment. Click on the pound or the hash symbol in front of the carrier code to display the low-cost selling input screen. Mandatory information includes the passenger name, title, date of birth, passenger type or description, gender, and passport number. Credit card details and billing details are also required. Add the data necessary to complete the booking and click Apply. If data is missing or the airline returns an error, an alert message will be displayed indicating what information is required. Click on the shopping trolley to book an ancillary service. Let's select the 3 kilo baggage top-up. The ancillary total is shown at the bottom of the screen and the cost of the flight plus the ancillary is also shown. Click on Review to display a summary of the cost and then click Apply to make the purchase. I'm going to ignore this example. To access fares shopping using the calendar, open the Tools menu and select Calendar. Highlight a date range, right-click with the mouse and select Shopping. The Flight Shopping Search Fill-in Format screen is displayed. The departure and return dates are pre-populated from the dates selected in the Calendar tool. Specify an origin and destination and departure and return times if required. You are also able to specify an airline, a number of passengers, cabin, and currency if necessary. I'm going to request fares for travel from Manchester to Amsterdam on KLM and click Search. The fares shopping response is similar to those we have seen previously. I'm now going to illustrate the Smart Panel. You can access Smart Panel from the Tools menu. Alternatively, click the Smart Panel link at the bottom of the screen. Smart Panel allows you to search for itineraries for one-way, round-trip, and circle trip journeys with a maximum of 8 destinations. Smart Panel allows you to make more complicated searches and include many different modifiers to fine-tune your search. The response returns all applicable flight and fare combinations and displays them in the active window. Click in the Depart box and type the required date or alternatively use the calendar. Add the city codes in the from and to boxes. In this example, the passenger wishes to fly from London. You can include multiple airports. If the passenger is willing to fly from any airport in the London area, enter the city code LON and add a Y or an M in the appropriate multi-box after the from or the to city. The passenger wants to fly to Paris. You can specify a time or a cabin of service. Direct or non-direct flights may be included or excluded as required, as can specific carriers, and you may also specify connection points. This passenger wants to return from Paris to Manchester. Click the plus icon next to the insert segment after 1 to add another line. The system automatically reverses the from and to information, assuming a return journey. Enter the required return date and update the city code. You are also able to specify fare types and add an account code for private fares, as well as the number of passengers and passenger type codes. To narrow a search further, the Advanced tab provides you with more search options, including fare modifiers, penalty modifiers, limiting connections, and specifying availability modifiers, such as flight duration and overnight connections. Once you have entered the required information, the results display in the terminal window on clicking the Search button. SmartPanel enables you to save a template for a frequently used search. This is very useful for corporate companies that travel the same route. Once you have completed the search panel, click the Save As button, name the template, and click Save. To modify the request, simply return to the Smart Panel and overtype the information. I'm going to select the template I've just created. Click the Choose a Template to Apply drop-down and select from the stored templates. If your customer is flying an open jaw route, it is often cost-effective to price the journey as one-ways. In this example, we do have an open jaw. Tick the Process as one-ways box and click Search. Two one-way searches appear in the divided Travelport SmartPoint window. The response includes a calculator symbol. Click the calculator for each of the pricing options. This calculates a total cost for the flight selected, saving time having to manually compare and price flights. Thank you for watching this recording demonstrating fare shopping using Travelport SmartPoint.